Good morning or afternoon, evening. This is the FITNEST programming. I'm Louisa Stark. We are on week 6 and today is day 1 or lower body day. Now whether you choose to do this first in your week or whether you want to save it for a little bit later, that's up to you. We're just looking to make sure we get all 4 workouts done this week. To start on today's workout, we're going to do some stretching and we're going to go with 2 rounds of the following, looking for about 10 repetitions of each movement. So that's going to be 5 on one leg, 5 on the other. Starting off with the toe touch. So starting nice and tall, my working leg, or the one I'm going to be focusing on, I'm going to put that heel out, leg nice and straight. The support leg is going to have a slight bend in the knee, reaching forward, touching that toe, coming back up. Then we'll switch. Back and forth again till we get about 5 on each leg. Looking for that nice good stretch through the hamstrings in the rest of that leg. Then we'll go into 5 inchworms. Here we're going to set our feet as wide as we need to reach the ground. Walking it out to nice and flat. Walking it back up and standing tall. We're going to do 5 of those. All right, again, setting your feet as wide as you need to reach the ground. Notice my legs are staying nice and straight. Walking out till I get nice and flat in that plank position. Then walking back up. After that, knee hugs. Grabbing one knee, pulling it up to the chest, alternating back and forth, giving a nice little tug. 5 on each leg. Then we'll transition into the quad pull. Pulling it behind, knee stays pointed straight down. Alternating back and forth. Make sure we pause. Work on a little bit of balance here. 5 on each. Then we're going to go into the figure 4. So if you need to, you can hold on to something nearby, crossing one ankle over the opposite knee, sitting back into it just a little bit of pressure on this knee, opening up that hip flexor. 5 on each side. Then we're going to transition into a new one. This one is called the Cossack squat. What we're going to do is set up nice and wide. We're going to be squatting down to one side. The opposite leg is going to stay nice and straight. The goal is to get as low as we can. So we're going to shift our weight over and back up to the other side and up. Now, if you can get lower, go ahead and get a little bit lower. So I'm going to come all the way down and come all the way back up. If you can get that low, awesome. If we're just going to hang out right here, that's okay as well. Work through that one more time. Toe touches, inchworm, knee hugs, quad pulls, figure 4, and then those Cossack squat. Again, looking for about 5 repetitions on each leg. After that, we're going to speed things up and get that heart rate up and that blood flowing with 20 seconds of butt kickers, 20 seconds of high knees, 10 good mornings, and 5 chair squats. And once again, you'll work through that twice. So for those butt kickers, giving you a profile view here, keeping those knees pointed straight down, I'm going to bring one heel up to my butt. Butt kickers, basic understanding of that movement there from its name. If we need to, we can slow it down a little bit and just do a step, bringing that heel up if that impact is bothering knees, ankles, or hips. Then we'll go into the high knees. So similar movement, just flipping it over, getting the knees nice and high in front, bringing them up above that hip crease. Again, we can do the high march in place if we need to. Then we're going into those good mornings. Feet are going to be shoulder width apart. I'm going to keep my legs nice and tall and stacked. Fingertips at the ears. Then I'm going to do a slight bend in my knees and hinge my hips back as far as I can reach them. Coming back up and squeezing those glutes. Hinging the hips back. Notice that lower back is staying nice and flat. Coming back up, squeezing those glutes. 10 reps there of the good morning. Then we're going to come over. I'm using the edge of the couch today. If you have a chair or folding chair, anything like that you would prefer, totally fine. We're going to set our feet shoulder width apart. Arms are going to go out in front. I'm going to hinge down, Dropping straight down into that squat. As soon as I tap that couch, I'm gonna come back up, all right? So all we wanna do is feel that couch or the chair and come right back up. 5 squats to the couch or chair, then you're gonna work through that one more time. 20 seconds of butt kickers, 20 seconds of high knees, 10 good mornings, and 5 more chair squats. After that, we're gonna move on to our strength portion. Now to start, we're gonna do 4 rounds of 10 of donkey kickbacks and fire hydrants. If you're having trouble with your knees, we can do those leaning over right here. For the donkey kickbacks, we're gonna bring the knee up and extend back behind us. Looking for 10 reps on this leg, and then we'll go 10 reps on the other leg. Make sure we're pulling the knee up, kicking back, and lifting that leg as high as we can. The fire hydrants in the bent over position, we're gonna bring the knee up and then open up to the outside. Again, 10 on each side. Now traditionally this movement is gonna be done on the floor, so if your knees are okay on the kneeling position, we're gonna go ahead and take it down here. Similarly, hands and knees, picking one leg up, I'm gonna kick straight back, extending as high as I can for 10 reps. And 10 reps on this side. Then go into those fire hydrants without stopping, lifting the leg straight out, keeping that 90-degree bend in the knee for 10 reps on one side, 10 reps on the other. Now, the goal here is to do the donkey kickbacks directly into the fire hydrants. Once you do 10 reps of each on each leg, go ahead and take a short break, shake it out before going into the second set. You're gonna do all 4 sets of the donkey kickbacks and fire hydrants, and then we're gonna transition into a second piece for legs that we're gonna do standing. This is also gonna be 4 sets of 10 repetitions on each side. So the first one is going to be a standing knee lift with a 5-second hold, focusing on the strength of that ankle and some stability. So we're gonna lift one knee, hold it here for 5 seconds, then set it back down. Again, same leg for 10 repetitions, holding it for 5 seconds. Once you've got 10 on one leg, then we'll transition to the other, lifting the knee straight up, balancing in that lower leg, relax for a second, 5 more seconds for 10 repetitions. Then we're gonna do the lateral leg raises, so standing nice and tall. I'm gonna hold my weight on one leg, lift the other out to the side as far as I can. The goal here is to isolate that glute, using that glute to squeeze that leg and lift it up, out to the side. 10 repetitions on the other leg. Then we're gonna go for 10 lunge pulses on each leg. So here I'm gonna step forward nice and wide. For those lunge pulses, the back foot is gonna be on my toe. The front foot is gonna be solidly with the full foot on the ground. I'm gonna dip down and come back up. There's one. Now if you can get all the way to the floor, great. We're just looking to be right here, staying in that extended position, tapping that knee as low as we can for 10 reps. Then we'll pivot and do the same thing on the other leg here. Again, on the toe in the back, coming down as low as we can. Again, maybe that's just right here, or maybe we're getting all the way to the ground for 10 repetitions. We're gonna do the knee lifts with the hold, into the leg raises, into the lunges on each leg before resting. Again, working through all 3 movements before taking a break, and then working through it a total of 4 times. All right? After that, we've got our conditioning piece, or Metcon. Today, we're gonna be doing 4 rounds, all right? 4 rounds today. We're looking for 20 squat to kicks, 20 jumping jacks, 20 in and out crouching steps, and finally 20 high knees or high marching steps. You're gonna work through those 4 movements 4 times. Your goal is to complete this as quickly as you can while maintaining good form and good stability. So the first one, the squat to kick, you're gonna set yourself up with your squat stance, feet shoulder width apart. I'm gonna squat down as low as I can, coming up, and just straight front kick with one leg. That's 1 repetition. Squatting down, coming up, kicking with the other leg. That's the 2nd repetition. So you'll end up doing 10 kicks on each leg. All right? Going into the jumping jacks for 20 reps. Standard movement here. Arms start by your sides, jumping, arms extend overhead, returning to that starting position. Once again, we can do the step and reach overhead if needed for those jumping jacks. Moving from there, we've got the crouching in and out steps. What I'd like to see is getting as low as we can, and I'm gonna step in, and out, and out. That's 1, out, out, that's 2, in, out, that's 3. Moving in that pattern for the full 20 reps. You have to go in with both feet and back out with both feet for that repetition to count. Finally, we've got those high knees. Now we did these in our warm-up, so again, getting the knee nice and high, in place, and you can count each leg for 1 repetition. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, those are gonna go pretty quickly. Again, if needed, we can do that high march in place, again, counting each leg for 1 rep. 4 times through that. Now, if you realize that this is taking you a bit longer, you can go ahead and cap yourself at 15 minutes. As long as we're getting 15 minutes of good work in, you should be good to go for today. I hope you enjoyed this workout. I'll see you again for the next one.